Hey there everyone, and welcome to this video on cybersecurity. I know cybersecurity might sound about as exciting as watching paint dry, but trust me on this one. It's way more interesting and way more important than you might think. We live in a digital world, a world of ones and zeros, cat and dog videos, and unfortunately, cyber threats. This isn't one of those boring corporate training videos where someone drones on about things you already know or things that don't even apply to you. This is about giving you, the awesome people who make this company run, the tools and knowledge to stay safe online. Because at the end of the day, cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility. So buckle up, grab your metaphorical thinking caps, and let's dive into the wild world of cybersecurity. Over the next few minutes, we'll cover the essential things you need to know to protect yourself and your organization from those pesky cyber villains. All right, let's talk passwords. I know. Everyone and their grandmother tells you to use strong, unique passwords, but there's a reason for that. They're like the first line of defense against the bad guys. Think of it this way: your password is like the key to your digital kingdom. Would you use the same flimsy lock and key for your house, your car, and your secret stash of cookies? Probably not. A strong password has a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. And please, for the love of all that is good in this world, don't use password 123. If you're struggling to remember all your passwords, a password manager is your new best friend. Ever gone fishing? You bait a hook, cast your line, and wait for an unsuspecting fish to bite. Well, fishing is kind of like that, except instead of fish, cyber criminals are trying to hook you, and the bait is usually a really convincing email, link, or attachment. These emails can look super official, like they're from your bank, a social media site, or even from WI Tech. But don't be fooled. Look out for misspellings, suspicious email addresses, and requests for personal information. If something feels off, it probably is. When in doubt, reach out to the supposed sender directly, using contact information you know is legitimate. Social engineering is all about manipulation. It's like that super charming person at a party who ends up tricking you into telling them your deepest, darkest secrets. Cyber criminals use social engineering to trick you into giving them access to your information or even our company systems. They might pretend to be someone they're not, like a coworker or a tech support agent, to gain your trust. Remember, if someone you don't know asks for sensitive information, like your password or financial details, it's a huge red flag. Always verify their identity through official channels before sharing anything. The internet is like a vast, untamed jungle, full of amazing creatures and treacherous pitfalls. When you're browsing the web, it's important to stay on the safe, well-lit paths and avoid the dark, shady corners where cyber threats lurk. One way to do this is to make sure websites you visit are secure. Look for HTTPS in the website address. The S stands for secure. Also, be wary of clicking on links from unknown senders or downloading files from suspicious websites. It's like eating a strange berry in the jungle. You never know what you're going to get, and it might just be a one-way ticket to Virusville. Our work devices are like extensions of ourselves. They hold our thoughts, our ideas, and a lot of important information. That's why it's crucial to keep them secure. Always use a strong password or PIN to lock your device when you're not using it. Think of it like locking the door to your house. You wouldn't leave it wide open for anyone to wander in, would you? Also, be cautious about using public Wi-Fi networks, which are often unsecured. If you must use public Wi-Fi, use a VPN or virtual private network to encrypt your connection and protect your data. Data is like gold in today's world, and just like gold, it needs to be protected. We all have a responsibility to safeguard sensitive information, both for our own sake and for the company's well-being. This means being careful about what information we share online, how we store it, and who we share it with. Always follow your company's data protection policies and procedures, and if you're ever unsure about something, don't hesitate to ask. Email is a fantastic tool, but it's also a favorite playground for cyber criminals. Just like with phishing emails, it's important to be vigilant about the emails we open and the links we click on. Be wary of emails from unknown senders, especially if they contain attachments or links. Even if an email looks like it's from someone you know, double check the sender's address to make sure it's legitimate. And remember, if an offer seems too good to be true, it probably is. Working remotely can be awesome. No commute, comfy clothes, the ability to blast your favorite music without judgment. What's not to love? But it also comes with its own set of cybersecurity challenges. When you're working from home, it's important to treat your home office like you would your actual office. Use a secure Wi-Fi network, keep your devices locked when you're not using them, and be mindful of the information you're sharing online. And please, for the love of all that is holy, avoid using public Wi-Fi for work-related stuff. Even if we're doing everything right, there's always a chance that something could slip through the cracks. That's why it's so important to report any potential security breaches or suspicious activity. Think of yourself as a cybersecurity superhero, always on the lookout for threats. If you see something that seems off, like a suspicious email, a strange link, or an unfamiliar device on the network, don't hesitate to report it to your cybersecurity department. No report is too small. Our phones are practically glued to our hands these days, and they hold a treasure trove of personal and work-related information. It's crucial to keep them just as secure as our computers. This means using a strong passcode or biometric lock, being careful about the apps we download, and avoiding connecting to unsecured Wi-Fi networks. Think of your phone as a mini computer, because that's essentially what it is, and treat it with the same level of care and caution. Cybersecurity isn't just about protecting ourselves in the digital world. It's also about protecting our physical assets. This means making sure our workstations and devices are physically secure. Always lock your computer when you step away, even if it's just for a minute, and make sure your mobile devices are stored securely. And if you see any suspicious activity around the office, like someone you don't recognize trying to access restricted areas, report it immediately. That's it, my friends. You've made it to the end of our cybersecurity adventure. I know it's been a wild ride, but you survived. Seriously though, thank you for taking the time to learn about cybersecurity. By being aware of the risks and taking simple precautions, you're playing a vital role in keeping your organization safe. Remember, cybersecurity is a team effort. We're all in this together, and by working together, we can stay one step ahead of the bad guys. If you have any questions or ever find yourself in a cybersecurity pickle, don't hesitate to reach out to your cybersecurity department.